Hey hon, so today we're going to go over how I achieve the look that I call the teeth because they very much give veneers, hon. So we just going to start off by, I just like to clip off that little piece. Now, a couple of months ago, I did get a gel manicure from somewhere else, and my nails were a bit overfiled, just a tad bit. So with that, one of my nails was cracked in the middle, literally on my nail bed, under the nail plate, everything like that. So I just started to wear my acrylics over that, and eventually it grew out. So that was just me clipping that little hang of that nail off now that it had grown out, and I freshly soaked the nails off. So now here you see I am just going over and pushing back the cuticles of all of my nails. Now I'm going to take my cuticle bit, and I'm going to be using that in my Coupa e-file. Put that in, lock it in, and I'm going to use it in my forward motion at about 4 to 5, no more than 10 RPMs. Now I'm going in my forward motion, making sure that I am getting under the cuticle, just lifting that up a little bit, just making sure that there is nothing on the nail plate at all that will cause any lifting. And you're going to repeat this step for all 10 nails, but for me, I'm going to only be doing this hand, so you'll only see me doing 5. When you are servicing your own nails, you are going to be able to just get all different type of techniques as to how you're going to be holding your hand. So as you can see, I'm going to be flipping mine up, down, around, back and forth, all of that good stuff, just so that I can make sure that I get every angle and everywhere that I want to be able to get with this cuticle bit. Now I'm going to be flipping it into the reverse motion just so that I can go around the cuticle in the opposite direction. And you will see me repeat this step for all 5 nails. Switching over to a medium sanding band just so that I can remove the shine or any of that acrylic that is still on my nails from that soak off, and just smoothing out the nails so that I can get ready to adhere all of the products together. So as you see, I'm just going over and smoothing out the surface, removing the shine and any leftover product that is on my nails from any soak off that I have just had. And I'm going to repeat this step for the remaining 5 nails. You want to make sure that you are holding your e-file at a flat surface level to the nails, making sure that you're not holding it at an angle so that you do not create any rings of fire and cause any damage to the natural nails. Because remember, it is not just about how cute you can make the nails, how much glitter, how much bling. It is always about what is underneath. Can my real nails sustain, and can they live without any acrylic, without any gel or anything like that on the natural nails? When I am servicing my own nails, yes, I can. When I am servicing clients, yes, they can. little bit of alcohol, and I'm going to now cleanse them. Now, when I use alcohol instead of a dehydrator, alcohol and dehydrator is going to act as the same product. So for me, I do not use dehydrator. I use alcohol, and I use a manicuring brush to clean the nails and clean my hands or anything like that. You want to make sure, even though you've washed your hands before the service, you want to make sure that you're dehydrating the nails, either using a dehydrator from a company or using, some alcohol and a manicuring brush, just because you may have touched the nails with your hands. The client may have touched their nails, with their face, anything like that. So you just don't want anything on the natural nails to be able to mess with the adhesion of the products. So now I'm just going to be going in with a manicuring file and just cleaning up the nails just a little bit around the edges so that I can get ready to apply the product. You want to make sure that you are taking that file from corner to center, never sawing the nails back and forth. Corner to center, corner to center. And I'm going to be doing that on all of the nails. I do not like too much to apply product, even if I am using tips, which today I'm not going to be using tips. I don't like to just apply the tips or just start sculpting without, giving some filing and giving some care to the natural nails, because when they grow out, I want them to be all the same length and the same shape. So yeah, this is my purpose of using that manicuring file, just to be able to get the nails a little bit more to my liking, to where they are not crooked or anything like that. And yes, my pinky is a little crooked. It just grows that way. That is just the natural way that it wants to do things. But that is also the reason why I'm going to be applying some acrylic, because you can give the illusion that it is not crooked. Now here I am just going to cleanse the nails once more, because just like we did just file, there is more dust on the natural nails. And here they go, looking healthy, looking strong, and they are ready for product to be adhered to them. Now here I am going to be applying my No Lift primer. This is my favorite primer, and I do like to double prime my nails before I adhere any products. Now here I am going over with my second coat of primer, and that is why I say I double prime. I just feel like when I double prime, that just gives me that extra security of no lifting or anything like that. So that is the reason why I choose to double prime. For the products that I'm going to be using, Chisel Cover Pink. It is my favorite cover pink in the world. It is so soft, so pretty. It's just giving butter to me. And I'm also going to be using Young Nails monomer. And I'm just making sure that my brush is really, really soaked with a lot of monomer. Now that I have gotten my brush nice and saturated, I'm going to be going in and picking up my first bead, and I'm going to be letting it sit. I just dabbed off a little bit of liquid, and now I'm placing the bead on the natural nails. Now, as I have said before, I'm not going to be using any tips. My natural nails are the exact length that I would like them to be able to achieve that teeth look. Now I'm just placing the bead and patting it down and pulling it down just so that I can stretch that product out. And as you are stretching that product out, make sure that you are patting that product into the nails. patting that product into place, I like to just kind of keep my application as clean as possible. So you're going to be seeing me go to the edge of the nail, the free edge of the nail, and just patting it into the shape that I'm going to be having it at. Even though at the end of this, I'm still going to shape the nails. I just don't want to be applying product, thick and lumpy and just everywhere, just so that can cut down a lot of time at the end when you are filing the nails. Now you see I have placed my second bead. Now I do like a bead that is close to the cuticle area. I like that bead to be a bit wetter, just so that it can just sit in and it can just melt into the cuticle area. Pat it in, making sure that you are not flooding that cuticle area. And look at this. I don't know what this is, but it's a piece of either another something. So I'm just taking the end of my cuticle pusher and just bringing that out, because I don't want that to dry in the product, and then whatever that is now dried on my set of nails. So I just picked that out, and as you can see, the product is already drying. So now I'm just going to pick up another bead, place it, and then I'm going to go over where I just created that dent, because the product is already starting to dry. My sweet is very, very, very warm. So that is why the product is starting to cure together a lot faster. Patting it in, just making sure that it all melts together. Because one thing about it, with this pink acrylic or with any colored acrylic, when you place another bead over top of what you've already placed down, if you don't put it and pull it all the way together with your brush, you will be able to see those marks of where you place that next bead, and I do not want that. Since that area is very small, we just need a very small bead and just go over that little space. And then in the end, when you file it, it is going to be just perfectly fine. I am now going to repeat those same steps for the remaining nails. When I am servicing nails, I am sure to use my entire brush. The tip of the brush, the body of the brush, I make sure that I am pulling that bead completely down. Now, this is a video that I didn't want to speed up too much, especially because it was highly requested on Instagram for me to be able to do this video. So I did not want to speed this up in unnecessary spaces. So you're going to be seeing this video in real time, most of this video in real time. So, like I said, use the full brush. Make sure that you are putting in the shape that you're going to be going for. And since we're going for the teeth, we're going to be doing these a straight square. And as you can see, that bead was a lot wetter than the first bead that we placed down. However, you can see it's starting to cure because, as I mentioned before, my sweet is very, very warm. So yes, depending on the room temperature, that does affect your application. It affects your product. I do like that the room is very warm, so it's fine with me as long as you know how to control your bead, as long as you know how to file in the end. So here I am just going to be sealing in that cuticle on the side, sealing in that product. sure that you are coating the entire nail with the product. Make sure that you are coming all over onto the sides, just so that when you come back and it's time for you to file, you are actually filing product and not just that client's nails. Or if you're doing this on yourself, you're not filing your natural nails on the sides. When it comes to nails in my cuticle area, this is an area that I struggled with so much in the beginning of my nail career. So for me, that's why I said I like to use that wetter bead when it comes to that cuticle area, because I want the nails to look like they are literally growing from the matrix. I want it to look like it is my nails, period. Like it's just giving gel manicure at the end. When you are servicing your own nails, like I said, when you're using the e-file, when you're using it on yourself, you're going to have to look around the whole nail, turn it your way, flip it the opposite way, so that you are making sure that you are coating that entire nail with acrylic. product on all 5 of those nails. So now it's just going to be the time to let them dry. Now, what's the difference on if you are servicing a client and servicing yourself? And I'm only doing one hand. So that dry time, takes a little bit of time versus if I was doing a client and I'm on their second hand. By the time I pick up a file for a client, that hand is going to be dry. So you just see me tap my nails just to make sure that they are completely dry and cured before I pick up my file. Now for this, when I'm filing any nails, I do prefer to use an 80 grit file and just go on side to side. I like to make sure that I keep it straight to the nail. I don't like to have it at an angle or anything like that, because that is when we keep it at that straight angle, that's what's going to give us that complete veneer look. Now I'm just going to take my file and go up and down. I personally don't like to go side to side just because I don't want to take any chances on, it being slanted or anything like that. So I'm just going to go up and down and just making sure that I'm going back to the sides, and then back to the front. Make sure that you are taking your file under the nail, because sometimes when you are sculpting a nail like this, when they are this short of a length with no form or no tips, sometimes that product can just droop down just a little bit. So for me, I like to go under, and then I also like to take my file and go over the nails so that I can smooth the nails. You can also do this process and cut down time by using your e-file. For me, I just prefer to hand file everything. This is the way that I was self-taught. This is the way that I was taught in school. So I do like to preach to become familiar with learning how to hand file. You never know. Your e-file can go out on you. It can die on you. You can catch a short in your cord or something like that. So just become familiar with using your hand file. In the same way that you can burn a client with using an e-file with staying at the same space, you can do the same thing with a hand file. So you just want to make sure that you are not staying in the same spot when you are filing the nails. So making sure that you're lifting up your file as you are shaping the nail. Now when it comes to this, since this is one of my most popular services and one of the services that I get asked about the most, I'm very, very, very precise when it comes to shaping this nail. These nails for me, they just have to be perfection. I do not like fat, bulky nails, especially when it comes to short nails. For me, in my nail career, short nails was always more of a struggle than it was for long nails. So it just always took me a lot of time for me to become okay with wearing short nails, okay with doing short nails, but it just all came with practice. So since I am so precise with it, I overdo it. I am a perfectionist when it comes to shaping. And that can be a good thing and that can be a bad thing. So for me, it could be a bad thing far as the time that you are taking to finish the service. But I like for my clients' nails to be literally, they probably can't be perfect all the time, but damn near close to it. So for me, I like to take my time when it comes to shaping and filing. you want to make sure that you repeat that same step for all of the nails, making sure that you are keeping that file straight, going up and down. Now, since I am behind the camera, even if I was doing a client's nails, I flip their hand around just so that I can see it the same way that I am holding my hand to me, because at different angles, things look completely different. So if they are just holding their hand downward in the way that you are applying that product, and then when you flip their hand around and they turn around and look and they may wave at someone, the shape may be completely different from what you can see as a nail tech looking down at it. So I like to turn the client's nails, turn that whole hand around just as I am facing myself. Make sure that I'm holding one side of that nail so that I can make sure that it is going to be straight veneer, hun. Straight veneer, because that's what we're going for. We're giving teeth. We're giving teeth, baby. Now I'm going to be picking up my e-file and sealing in that cuticle area, making sure that there is no big bulge, no hump, or anything like that. Making sure that the nails are given. I grew these nails. These are my nails. There's no product sitting on top of my nails. So that's what we're going to be going for when we are picking up that e-file and just going around and sealing that cuticle. And just like we did earlier with making sure that we were removing the shine, holding that e-file at a straight angle, that's the same thing that you're going to be doing when it comes to sealing in that cuticle, because you don't want to I have damaged this client's nails, or I have even damaged my own nails by giving myself a ring of fire. Now, the ring of fire is that if you've ever been to, a nail salon or anything like that, and you've taken your nails off, or even done your own nails or your client's nails, and you see that hump or that little ring on their nail from where you sealed in the cuticle, that is called a ring of fire. And that is honestly a form of damaging that client's nails. That's a form of overfiling in that area. So you just want to make sure that you are holding your e-file correctly. Remember to make sure that you are moving your hand around, making sure that you are getting into all those areas. You are doing your own nails, so that is why you're now seeing me just place that acrylic with the top on it, placing my hand on top of there. It's different from doing a client's nails and doing your own nails. So I like to just have a little bit of stability up under my nails to make sure that I'm not damaging my nails with my e-file and my hand is nice and sturdy. And you do not want to have your e-file at a high speed at all, because I'm sure, if you've been to a nail shop or if you've been to a nail salon, a nail technician, I'm sure it has happened to you once or twice in your life where you have been nicked, or you have either nicked a client. It does happen, and the only thing that we can say, is I apologize, but those type of things can be very dangerous to a client depending on, their different health issues. So here I did notice even it's a small bit of lift, and I just want to take my file and just make sure that I get that little piece off, because that little piece can, be very detrimental to the set. So you can see a difference in that pointer finger and that middle finger. So I'm just going to take it down with my tornado bit just a little bit, going over that cuticle area just so that I can remove the product that has lifted just a little bit. And I'm going to go in, clean, reapply some more primer, and then reapply product. This did happen on that middle finger and then also my pinky finger. So you're going to see me go over both of those nails. Now, if you see any type of discoloration when you are applying products on either your nails or your client's nails, of course you're going to let yourself know. But if you are servicing a client, let that client know, hey, it's a little bit of a lift here, so I'm just going to take it down and reapply. If you see that on a client, do not send them out the door. Just fix it immediately, because 9 times out of 10, we might know what their lifestyle is like just from, communicating with them during other appointments. But at the same time, they might not tell you everything that they do. So make sure that you fix the problem right then and there. Don't, send them out the door knowing that even if it's a small piece that's about to lift a little bit, get it together before you even get to your designs, before you get to any, clear top coat, anything like that. Just fix it before it becomes a problem. So now I'm just going to push that cuticle back just a little bit more, just so that I can see how much product I actually need to be put in. I'm going to use my my cuticle bit once more and make sure that I get up that remaining product, and also clean up that cuticle just in case there's any, cuticle that is still on the nail that is causing this issue. Now that we have it, we're going to clean it again. Reapply your primer. And just get yourself some very small beads and pat them back into place. And just like I said before, make sure that you drag that bead and melt it all the way in with the product that is already there, because with this product, with this color or any other colored acrylics, you will be able to see where you placed another bead once you put down that top coat. So I'm going in, sealing that cuticle once more with the tip of my brush. And I'm going to go ahead and go on to the pinky nail with another small bead and do the same thing. That perfectionist in me again, ready to continue to file the nails down just a little bit more, making sure that they are veneers, hun. Now I did notice that my middle finger was a tad bit longer than what I would like it to be, so I'm just going over that. And I'm also showing you how you can let your clients know that, where something is crooked at. My middle finger, my ring finger, and my pinky are crooked. So that was just me showing you that. And these are my natural nails. This is a natural overlay with a soft pink from Chisel. Knocking on it just to make sure that it is hard enough for me to go ahead and smooth the surface and file it together. off that excess dust and make sure that there is no lifting on those two areas. We're good to go. Now it's time to cleanse them with alcohol. Brush them again. Now, sometimes you can send your clients to the wash bowl. For me, I don't send my clients to the wash bowl to wash their hands after I've completed the service. What I do is cleanse their hands and their nails again with the manicure brush and some more alcohol. And there we have it, girl. Teeth, veneers. It's giving what it needs to give. So my favorite top coat is the Koopa's top coat. It is the glossiest top coat that I have experienced personally. And so this is just a top coat that I will get time and time again. So now I'm not doing any designs or anything like that. My favorite look is for this to just be that soft pink. And that's just what I'm going for this week. So top coat them, cure them, and then there we go. Ain't they giving teeth? They're giving teeth. Cure them for 60 seconds. Now you can do this either just for 60 seconds or you can go ahead with the full 2 minutes. And there we have it. Now maybe next week I probably will go ahead and do this same video again and do it on a mannequin hand so that you can see how to achieve this on your client. Nice melt in. And then here we go. Just giving you an overlook of the natural nails, this natural overlay. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.